What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Shine 20. And I wanted to give my review for 160 Driving Academy in the New Britain location, New Britain, Connecticut location. First and foremost, it was a great experience for me. I had no issues with 160 Driving Academy in the New Britain, Connecticut location. When I went there, I knew I wanted my CDL. But after talking to the branch manager, Valerie, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get it. It's like her enthusiasm, her words pushed me to get it. Shout out to Valerie for being there, encouraging, and just being that extra push. So I was sort of hesitant at first, though. Like, I don't want to do this right now, but you know what? I went ahead, got the money that I needed, signed up for the course, and the rest is history. I signed up for the 4 week automatic course. And that's just because I didn't want to be in it too long. I just wanted to get my CDL and just say, oh, yeah, I got it. Pretty much every company is going automatic anyway. So, but yeah, Valerie is very good people. Now, the instructors, Todd, Hector, Jen, and Jim, they are excellent instructors. I have not a bad word to say about them because they were there every step of the way. Uh, Let me just put this out there before I find out from anybody else. I was horrible starting out. I couldn't back a trailer straight to save my life. But thanks to the instructors, I've gotten it down packed. It's much more easier for me. And it's like they're there with you. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. There is no such thing as a stupid question, but an unasked question is a stupid question. I mean, if you could get an answer to your question, it's not stupid. Ask it. Because from what I learned, my instructors would answer it to the best of their ability and give me a better understanding. So yeah, I did the 4 week automatic course. And if you're not a person that can sit still, I'm gonna tell you right now, that first week is a killer. That first week is a killer because you're sitting in front of a computer screen for 8 hours for the week. And I'm gonna just be honest, that was me. I had to get up, shake myself off, take a walk. But I'm like, at the end of the day, it was all worth it. I can't speak for any other 160 location but the one I went to, and it was perfect. I was gonna try nets, but I didn't want to spend over 10,000 in 6 months trying to get my CDL, and that was just not gonna happen. So yeah, I mean, when I was looking for a CDL school, 160 was called ABCDL. So I couldn't really find 160, but I gave him a call and went down. I'm like, oh, it's not ABCDL, it's 160. But the classroom was not a huge classroom. Like, it was more focused. Like, it wasn't that many students. But they would constantly get students like every week. Every Monday, they starting a new course. You'd have new people coming in, getting that classwork, and then getting out there in the yard. And I mean, yeah, it was a good experience for me. If you're thinking about going to get your CDL, because you tried everything else like me, go for it. Me personally, I don't like sitting in one place all day. I don't, I'm not the cubicle type of person. I like to see different scenery. I like to meet different people. So I highly encourage, if you're thinking about going to get your CDL, go for it. The only time wasted is going back and forth and not doing it. I mean, hey, if you get your CDL and you figure out you don't like it, and you don't want to do it, okay, that's something under your belt that you accomplished, but you found out it wasn't for you. I'm not gonna sit up here and discourage anybody from it, but if this is something you want to do it. If this is something you don't know about, give it a shot. Why not? But yeah, I would highly recommend 160 Driving Academy. Not just because it's the school that I graduated from, but just because of my experience with the company. I loved it. I mean, who knows? I may even go back for the manual transmission course just to say I don't have any restrictions on my license. But I think it's kind of comfortable using one leg and one foot to drive, honestly. But to each his or her own. If it's something you want to do it. Rather be automatic or standard, do it. And I see a lot of women in the field too. I'm like, I respect that. I like seeing that because it's like women are breaking that sexist stereotype that only a man can drive a truck. Majority of the time, it's the women that can drive the truck better than men. Some men. I'm just being real, being honest. But yeah, 160 Driving Academy. The location I went to, New Britain, Connecticut. Definitely would recommend to anybody in the state of Connecticut. If you're going to a school, 160 Driving Academy. No disrespect to Nets. I just ain't got that time. I don't want that time. I want to get it quick. So yeah, if you get your CDL with any other school, the school accomplished what they set out to do. Get you licensed. But from my experience, 160. 160 Driving Academy was the best for me. It was the best decision. And that's all I could say about that. Again, shout out to 160 Driving Academy. Shout out to Valerie, Hector, Todd, Jim, and Jen. Great branch manager, great CDL instructors. But with the instructors, you better be willing to take some constructive criticism because if you suck, they're going to tell you, they're going to keep it real, but that's to make you better. If you don't hear the truth, then how would you ever get better? Like I said, I couldn't back a trailer up to save my life. And they told me the truth. I took their advice. Now it's easy. It's no problem for me. Even driving it. When I went for my first road prep with Jen, I'm like, oh my God. I don't want to hit the brakes so hard she go flying out her seat. But she was telling me, listen, pick up your speed. Pick up your speed. You don't got to jam on the brakes, so let it coast. Pick up your speed. And I've gotten more accustomed to it. Just, okay, I don't have to hit my brakes to not be so close to the person in front of me. Just let it coast. Hover over the brake. Slightly apply pressure. She helped me get comfortable. Then by the time I was ready to go on the road with Hector, I mean, it was easy. He saw that. Excuse me, he saw that. I was scanning my mirrors, looking ahead of me, not keeping a tunnel vision because if you keep a tunnel vision in the truck, you are going to be in trouble. You got to keep your eyes open in every direction. when you can. Don't just focus ahead of you. Keep your eyes open, scanning left and right and ahead of you. Sorry for stuttering. But yeah, again, 160 Driving Academy, New Britain, Connecticut. 160 Driving Academy, period. Best decision I made. So yeah, if you in the Connecticut area and you can't really find a school and you just want to get it out the way quick, that's the school because they don't sit there and BS you. They get you that week in class and then you out there in the yard learning. You learning your pre-trip, you learning the under the hood, in cab, the walk around, the brake test, and you're learning it thoroughly. I can memorize. I can literally tell you the pre-trip inspection sitting here. That's how thorough they are with it. They give you a better way of doing it in a quicker time and not trying to name out every single piece, which you should, but get it all together and keep it moving. Keep moving. And they teach you it without you skipping over and then having to go back to it because you forgot something. It was a great experience for me. So yeah, if I had to do it all over again, I would have did 160 Driving Academy right probably a few years after high school. I would have got into a CDL school when I turned 21. Right now I'm 33. So my birthday present was me getting my CDL. Well, it was a month later, pretty much. I got my license September 9th, 2020. My birthday, August 11th. So yeah, it was a great birthday present to myself. But again, shout out to Valerie. Shout out to Hector, Jim, Jen, Todd. Great branch manager, great instructors. Don't have a bad thing to say about them. They were just on point with what they do. So yeah, 160 Driving Academy.